When thinking about YouTube and its 18-year lifespan, it'd be hard to ignore Felix Schellberg. And if you don't know why, then it's probably because you know him better as PewDiePie. One of the most successful creators on the platform of all time, Schellberg was one of the first superstars of YouTube, gaining the kind of following that we're used to with YouTubers now. But his meteoric rise has not been without issues, and it's well documented that PewDiePie's career has been peppered with controversy. Despite having to weather several storms and a partial retirement, however, it seems like the Swedish superstar isn't going away completely anytime soon. How did PewDiePie get to this point and become one of the richest and most successful YouTube stars on the planet? That's what we're going to look at in this video. PewDiePie was born Felix Schellberg in October 1989 in Gothenburg, Sweden. He had a stable upbringing courtesy of his parents, who were both directors at separate companies. The money needed for gaming was never an issue in the Schellberg household. As a young PewDiePie developed a love for gaming that started at an early age. It was a Super Nintendo that he first started playing on, and this developed into a gaming obsession through his teenage years, as he would either game in his room or at internet cafes. In 2015, he would tell Rolling Stone magazine that Sweden has a great culture around gaming, which would help him cultivate a hobby which would eventually earn him a very lucrative living on YouTube. Felix also had a keen eye for art, and made a bit of money in high school selling artwork in his grandmother's gallery. This funded a computer which would allow PewDiePie to create his online alter ego. At this point, the channel was known as Pewdie, and when Felix lost the password to access it, this gave him a great excuse to start again with a renewed focus, and call his new channel PewDiePie. The rest, as they say, is history. This was in 2010, when Felix was invited to do an art exhibition with Photoshop designed drawings. The money he had from this allowed him to upgrade his computer hardware and launch the new channel. His first Let's Play video was a Minecraft playthrough, which would develop into a gaming commentary, with PewDiePie's distinctive and entertaining style. At this point, Felix was wrestling with his studies and his hobby, which was bringing him a lot more joy. While at Chalmers University of Technology in Gothenburg studying industrial economics and technology management, he was struggling to fit in with his peers, so he made the decision to become a college dropout and focus on the channel. Despite having financial backing in his childhood from his parents, they did not approve his new venture, and PewDiePie funded the early days of his channel by selling hot dogs. It didn't take too long for the channel to take off, and by September 2011, PewDiePie reached 60,000 subscribers, quitting his gig at the hot dog stand. At that point, he had developed his signature video send-off, a bro fist bump to the camera, and a message to stay awesome. As of 2012, he hit the 1 million subscribers milestone. The turning point for Felix was playing the horror game Amnesia, and just like other gaming YouTubers since, used this genre to gain followers. He began receiving messages asking to do more of the same, and his popularity snowballed. He also began expanding into other content, which included his weekly vlog series called Fridays with PewDiePie. Only 2 months after hitting the million mark, he doubled that, and really started to invest properly in the channel with a move to Maker Studios. The company would give him the resources to take the channel to the next level with marketing advice, new filming kit, and a strategy that took subscribers into the hundreds of millions. In August 2013, he was the most subscribed YouTuber in the world. Around the time that the channel really started taking off, Schellberg met his now wife, Italian internet personality Marzia Bisognin. The two were introduced online and then developed a relationship which would lead them to relocate to Italy, and later Brighton in the UK for seclusion, as well as a reliable internet connection. They were married in 2019 at an intimate ceremony in London. It's thought that the relocations that Schellberg was making with Marzia were helping to contribute to his success. Many speculated that YouTube's algorithm was being optimized in PewDiePie's favor wherever he was based at the time, and multiple locations promoted local hubs where he could attract followers. Back to the beginning of PewDiePie's career now, and it wasn't long before he was attracting some unwanted criticism. With the huge rise in subscribers came more eyes watching him, and his comments were truly in the spotlight. In 2012, he was criticized for making rape jokes and trivializing sexual assault. In a Tumblr response written in October 2012, he stated that he would no longer be making rape jokes, and apologized if his jokes ever hurt anyone. But this controversial blip was a footnote to PewDiePie's following, and his most subscribed crown was passed to him by the Smosh Brothers, who conceded the title to him. The king of YouTube was having massive influence in other industries. The smaller games that he was showcasing started to become much bigger after getting an airing on his channel. Low-budget releases like Goat Simulator and I Am Bread were seeing massive sales off the back of PewDiePie's playthroughs. Fan engagement had been a huge part of his success. Like many successful YouTubers, he listened to what the fans wanted and would often make specific videos on request or help showcase other fans' videos. This is why it was such a shock when Schellberg made the decision to turn off comments on his videos in 2014. He cited the fact that trolls had taken over that section of his channel and he was no longer able to have the dialogue he once had with his fans. This was the latest move that polarized the opinion surrounding the YouTuber. Polarizing or not, PewDiePie's success was not going to wane anytime soon, and it was reported that in 2014 he raked in $7.4 million, and over his career has comfortably stacked up well over $100 million. This would have been helped by his 2015 releases of both PewDiePie's Tuber Simulator and PewDiePie Legend of Brofist, as well as his parody self-help book, This Book Loves You, which reached the New York Times #1 bestseller spot. But along with this success, more controversy was never far away. Twitter trending hashtags PewDiePie is over and PewDiePie is over party referred to Schellberg appearing to use the N-word in a video. Only days later, he was condemned for paying 2 Indian men on Fiverr to hold up a sign saying "Death to all Jews." He would apologize, claiming, "I didn't think they would actually do it." This was one part of a larger concern that the Wall Street Journal would uncover in a report saying that 9 of his videos, between August 2016 and February 2017, included anti-Semitic jokes or Nazi imagery. This would prompt Disney and YouTube to drop PewDiePie from their paid-for services. PewDiePie would then criticize YouTube in turn as overreacting in comparison to the repercussions following Logan Paul's Suicide Forest incident. Felix would also flip off the camera in a YouTube video, referring to them dropping him from paid-for content. A move to Twitch would coincide with all of this happening while YouTube was dealing with their own issues over ad content. PewDiePie would bounce back from all these issues to continue to grow his popularity, however. Series like Meme Review featuring guests like Elon Musk and Ben Shapiro would prove a great catalyst for Schellberg's next milestone of 100 million subscribers. Although the Bollywood Channel T-Series had already reached that milestone, PewDiePie was the first individual to achieve the feat and cemented his place as the king of YouTube. To mark the achievement, he set out to donate $50,000 to the Anti-Defamation League, a Jewish anti-hate group, to try to move past his prior controversies. This had the opposite effect, and only a day later decided to give the money to a charity that he felt more personally passionate about.
It really doesn't feel genuine for me to proceed with a donation at this point, and I instead wanted to actually take my time, keep the intent that I had, but just doing it with the right charity and doing it properly. So I just wanted to make that clear. I'm sorry for all the confusion, and I'm sorry for messing this up. That's what I do.
It's no wonder then that considering this roller coaster of a journey that PewDiePie felt burnt out. This isn't mentioning the break-in that he suffered at his home where 90% of his wife's possessions were stolen. Since then, he's decided to take a less structured approach to uploading videos on YouTube. They're now more focused around sporadic blogs looking at things like his move to Japan with his wife. As a result, he's no longer the most subscribed YouTuber on the platform. This is now Mr. Beast, a peer that Schellberg has a lot of respect for. Despite all of this, with over 110 million subscribers, PewDiePie is still one of the most popular figures on YouTube and has done it all his way, regardless of what people may think of it. If you've enjoyed this video, please leave a like and subscribe for more similar content. We'll see you in the next one. Take care.